Okay, welcome everybody. This is another edition of Updates from the Field, and today we are with Will and Jess Owens. Hey, Will. Hey, Jess.
Hey,
Hey, Jason.
Jason.
Hey, how are
Hi.
you?
Hey, glad that you're here today. And where are you joining us from today?
We are in Noonan, Georgia, where we live in our home.
It's a suburb of Atlanta.
Mhm.
Very cool. Very cool. So, if you haven't seen an updates from the field yet, this is an ongoing series that we do where we connect with people that are from our church family that have been sent all around the world and minister internationally in some capacity. So, could you tell us just a little bit about what are you doing in Noonan and how does that equate to you working internationally?
Yeah. So Will and I have been connected with Harvest since 2006.
Mhm.
And about 5 years ago, we joined a missions organization called Operation Mobilization. And initially, we were sent to live overseas in Europe. We lived in Montenegro. In that time, we joined a teen ministry called Teen Street that's part of Operation Mobilization. And when we came back to the States, we moved near our organization's home base, and we are actually sent out from this home base internationally to serve. So, I mean, this year we've been to 6 or 7 different countries
Yep.
just in this year alone. So we are living in the States, but we're out and about around the world serving almost once a month.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah, and we
Very
live
cool.
here with our 4 children, Jude, Maya, Liam, and Nora. Uh, Jude and Maya turned 18 and 16 this month.
Mhm.
So it's really awesome. And then Liam is 14, Nora is 11. So,
Very
yeah,
cool.
that's
Very
Liam.
cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for giving us that background. I think that's so good for all of us to hear and to understand the international nature of your work, even though you are living stateside. And I was really excited to talk to you both today because there's been a lot of fun thing that's been happening for both of you. Although I know that you both work in Teen Street, you're both working in kind of different areas of the ministry. So I'd love to hear something from each of your areas. Will, could you kind of update us on what's going on in your area of Teen Street?
Yeah. So my specific role is called, I am the director of small group development. And I really just focus on training adults that want to lead small groups of teens through Teen Street Ministry and actually just in their communities. Teen Street is a partnership ministry. So we come in, we support churches, we support local adults that want to start Teen Street Ministry. And one of the main ways we do this, we've developed a multiple day training or format called a small group leader training. It's pretty straightforward, but we walk them through kind of 7 modules of content, anywhere from just understanding like what is a small group to actually making practical action steps to go start a small group in their community. And it's been really exciting. Like Jess said, we've been able to travel to several different countries and lead these trainings in person. Some have also been online, so that's been really incredible. And actually to see some of the adults take the initiative and go directly back to their home communities. For example, about 10 months ago, we did a training in Egypt, and because of the nature of that area, there were people that actually traveled in from other countries. And one of the guys was from Sudan. His name was Sammy from Sudan. And he left the training excited to start small groups, went home and started small groups right away and actually started training other adults in using the same content that we had done. And within, I think, 4 to 6 months, there are now 200 small groups in his area,
Wow.
teens, and some of them are actually taking place in Muslim believers' homes. They were so excited that these teens were gathering in a safe way that it didn't matter to them why they were gathering. They just wanted their teens gathered with other teens. So it's really incredible what Sammy has done in Sudan. And then that's really the mission that we're on, is not for to spread the idea of Teen Street. It's spread the idea of that teens can be in a discipleship journey with each other and a year round. So, and then one way that we do help them, because not everybody has what we would probably consider a church background, like growing up in a church and really comfortable with like, how is a Bible study led? How do I do that? So we've also created like these deck of cards. We just call them fire starter cards, and they literally can walk someone through how do we set up for a small group meeting, all the way to how do we ask questions about the Bible, about the scripture that we're studying, and really create a safe environment, an open environment, a fun environment to ongoing discipleship. So that's really my role, identifying adults, training local adults so that they can train other adults to disciple teens.
I've seen those fire starter packs. They are great resources, and they're just, it's a deck of cards that equips people to start a small group and to gather and to connect with Jesus and, be able to be on a discipleship journey.
Yeah.
And so are you training both adults and students to use those? I mean, are those just for adults, just for students, or can either use that? What does that look like?
Either can use them. Yeah. So the whole concept is that, especially in areas where it may not be as safe to meet publicly, that this can actually be handed off from one person to another. Let's say that I'm training Jess. Jess is ready. She's part of my small group. She's ready to lead a small group on her own. She feels like she knows teens that she wants to lead, or she could be a teenager wanting to lead other teens. I could just give her this deck of cards and she could just go with it. And that's the whole idea. That's the fire starter part of it.
So I was in the Middle East this week. I just got back on Monday, and I actually took 40 of these fire starter packs with me to the Middle East, and I trained teenagers there how to use them, and they got to practice on each other, and they each got to take one home. So yeah, it is for adults, but also for teens. So we when we get to go to other places, other countries, we like to take them with us and show them to the teens and explain how they can use them in their communities and with their peers.
Oh, wow. May the Lord gather many groups in that area to walk together and follow Jesus, because they have fire starter packs. And just a little nugget for all of us Harvest Vineyard folks, when those fire starter packs were in the R&D phase, the research and development phase, Will and Jess did gift those to us, and we did use those with our youth as well. So they've been tested here in the States as well. They're really cool resources. Good work, you guys. Okay, Will, thanks for sharing. Jess, would you update us a little bit on what's happening in your area of Teen Street? Other exciting things, really fun stuff.
Yeah. So my role with Teen Street is I'm the Director of International Global Content Development. Mouthful.
That's
not an yeah. So basically I lead two different teams. One of the teams is focused on the events. So the teenagers, we like to get them together and have like catalytic celebration camp-like events. And my event team writes the Bible studies, creates the programs. And then we have 41 Teen Street directors around the world that we train on how to use the content that we create. My other team is a year-round team. So that team, we develop Bible studies that teens can use every week when they meet in their small groups. We also do Bible studies on the YouVersion Bible app. And then most recently, we've signed a contract with Integrity Music to write worship songs that will specifically be directed toward teens, encouraging them to meet in groups, to worship in groups, and then to have an outward, bold focus to the teens around them. So my team actually arrives on Monday of this week to start writing songs, and then Integrity Music we signed a contract for them to publish them and to produce them for us.
Very fun.
Yeah. Yep. So then the other thing that I get to do often is, because my team does train and equip the events, is I get to go to the different events and around the world. So I just got back from the AP where I was the speaker and helped put on a program for about 30 teens in, sorry, the AP, the Arabian Peninsula.
I was going to say,
Sorry.
okay, you're going to need to like catch us up on that one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So teens from all over the Middle East. We call it Middle East and North Africa. So the MENA area, they all met in one location, and I got to do the program with them and then train them in the fire starter. And through that, what was really exciting is being able to actually go there and be with the teens. I also get to meet adults. And we met one specific man who has contacts with over 1,000 teenagers in the Middle East. And when we told him what we do, he immediately said, when can you come and train adults for small groups? When can you come and put on an event in our area for hundreds of teens? Like, he was jazzed to get Teen Street started in the event. So being able to go and actually be with the people and meet them on the ground and spread the idea that teens can disciple teens, and that's the vision, really it helps with the ministry and makes it a lot of fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are exciting updates. So great to hear those things. And man, thank you for saying yes to Jesus those several years ago now, and for being an extension of our church family, and extending the kingdom of God all over the world, and enabling us to participate with you in that work. It's very cool. You know, I know that you guys do a great job of updating your website and sharing stories from your life and ministry and all the things that are ongoing. If people would like to know more and stay connected, what could they do? How could they find you?
Yeah, so we do have a website. We have a dedicated website just for us, and it's called it's the number 4, Team Owens.
That's us.
Yep.
We're Team Owens.
Yep.
There you are.
.com, I think.
.com.
Yeah.
Sorry, it is .com. For Team Owens, we're not an organization, we're just people.
Yeah.
For teamowens.com. And that's where you can find all the information. We do update pretty regularly, weekly, about what we've been up to, but also there's more information about how you can support us financially or through prayer on that site as well.
Yep. Yeah. So we are still fully funded through gifts from churches and individuals. So on that website, you can find how to give through OM and join our team.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's great. We'll put a link in below this video as well that you guys can follow to go and check out their website as well. I don't know anyone who's working in the missions world that doesn't need more people praying for them and more people financially supporting them. And so if you've enjoyed what you've heard from Will and Jess today, please stop this video right now and pray for them. And I'd encourage you also to give them a financial gift, whether it's one time or you want to regularly support them. So please consider doing that. Will, Jess, it's great to see your faces, to hear some updates of what God is doing. Thank you for taking time to share with us. And I'm already excited for the next time that we'll get to do this. But until then, we love you. God bless you. We'll see you soon.
Guys, we love you, Harvest.
Yeah. Bye.